So spreading kindness became contagious. See, you got it.
University High School football team has partnered up with South Waco. They looked at literacy as a focus for the district. So we have a student at University, Sean Mooney.
My name is Sean Mooney. I am a sophomore at University High School.
So University High School football team players have been coming to South Waco.
My name is Ruben Archiga. I go to University High School and I'm in 10th grade.
And they are working with second grade students to increase their literacy.
I heard that literacy was one of our biggest issues at university, and I wanted to help the younger generations and be a leader to them, someone that they could look up to and help them learn to read.
We're here to read to the kids about this book, and we come here every week on Friday.
The Hog Mollies teamed up and knew just what to do. Thank you for being so kind, Hog Mollies, said Mr. Hayes.
So we have a student at University, Sean Mooney, who did a little research and he was able to discover 2nd and 7th Foundation.
And they say that reading, if you don't learn to read in 2nd grade, it kind of slows your reading up a little bit. So once you learn to read in 2nd grade, it's kind of natural and you enjoy it more.
So when University High School students come, they actually have lunch with the 4 classrooms.
So first things first, I come into the building with all my teammates, and then we go get our lunch, sit at our assigned tables, and we just have some nice conversations with them. We ask them what hobbies they enjoy, how old they are, their name. We try to remember the name as much as possible, but it's kind of hard in the hour time rate that we have. Next, we head to the classroom and we read the books.
Before Ruby knew it, the month was over and it was time to turn in her project. She tried her best to capture many acts of kindness with her great golden gizmo, but she still didn't understand what the school motto meant.
And we show them the pictures so they can put a picture with the words that we're saying.
When I look at kids and whenever I read to them, I feel like they really enjoy people reading to them and having visitors come from different places.
It was time for all school assembly and Ruby was running late. She scurried down the hall and noticed the custodian, Mr. Hayes, had tipped his cart, his supplies scattered everywhere. Ruby had to climb over the huge mess to make it to the gym.
We actually have 4 2nd grade classrooms with about 22 kids in each classroom.
This is one of our schools and they're gonna be university graduates in the future, so we might as well help them.
And then they come to the classroom, they read, and they also ask questions.
Good morning, boys and girls. Principal Frank says, this year our school motto is kindness is contagious. Does anyone know what that means?
Each of the books cover a life skill. Today's book was Kindness is Contagious. They've also had books on winning big, what it is like to lose, character education, foundation books. And one of the things today I noticed at the back of the book, they actually had a writing activity. So it wasn't just the reading and the comprehension piece, but it also gave the kids an opportunity to write, to show and reflect how they would spread kindness for the lesson.
Me personally, knowing that I helped the younger generation become better people, learning how to read, because literacy, you see signs everywhere, street signs, billboards, businesses, fast food places. Everywhere you go, you see words. So knowing that I helped them read just makes my heart warm.
It started the first football night, Fridays, because it's always on a Friday, and it will end the last one. There was enough books to cover the season. On the bye week that they were out was the only week that they did not come. But there are enough books to cover every Friday of the football season.
When I come in and read to them, it's like, wow, it's a high school student reading, because as a kid, when I was little, I didn't expect people to read, so I didn't really like reading when I was little. So when they see us reading, it kind of influences them to read more. And so it's like, wow, people when they're older, they read too. So they kind of hop on with it.
Well, we're very proud because we are a feeder school for University High School. And some of our students also have relatives who play football, who go to the football game. So I think it's really important that University High School has chosen us as one of the feeder schools to come and make relationships, build relationships with the football players and have them on the campus giving back. Because we do have some of the football players who have been South Waco students. So it really looks good for them to come down the hallway and see the changes, but also to give back to the kids who are current second graders.
Everybody loves it. Being able to come down from that high school campus and read to these second graders means everything. We enjoy the conversations that we have because we can make a bond with them based on age. It's hard to make them make bonds with way older people, so kind of in the same age range, and we've been there, done that. We know how to communicate with them, so everything is all good.
And one of the biggest things is it's not just the students reading to the kids, they are also asking comprehension questions. Our literacy aides worked as a team and each took a book and wrote questions, so we want to make sure those question stems, the question types, are the ones that they would hear from the classroom teacher. So I think that will also give them a big stand for not only to have a book read to them, but to answer the questions. And like I said, a key point today's lesson, I think that every book probably has it at the back of it, is where they're also writing to show that they have some comprehension and understanding on how to apply that skill.
It will give them a better understanding, especially later on in life where they really needing help with people.
The students at University High School, they do alternate, but we always have 8 students who come, and that allows for 2 students, University High School students, to be in each of the 4 classrooms.
See, I love reading to kids because when I was at this age, I wish I would have someone from a better influence to come and read to me or give me an example of how I want to be and how I want to be to kids younger.
Thanks, Mr. Hayes, Ruby replied. But I still don't know how kindness is contagious. I'm about to give my presentation to the class. Well, let's take a look. Mr. Hayes is comforting Ruby. I think the answer is in your photos.
I do think it has a big influence on they see their peers reading, people that they look up to in the community, people who are on the football. Everybody wants to be a football player, a basketball player. So with that knowledge, you have those players coming to show that reading is important and that reading is the key to learning and achieving those goals that they've set. So I think, yeah, they see the teachers and they think, oh, that's their job. But to have someone from the community that you admire, or you see on the football team, come and actually read to you, you see the importance of it as they listen carefully to those students.
I love it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. It takes away from my lunch, but I can eat any time of the day. And I just want to do for the kids anything I can, anytime, any place.
We're actually hoping to continue the program next year. We have talked to basketball to see if there's an extension because we didn't get, there are more books in that series. So maybe we're hoping that the basketball players can continue it, but it's something that we would like to continue for the next coming years. I think it's something that has been started. It's a great initiative, and we think that it'll make the difference in our second graders as they become third graders next year.